Today I want to talk about PJ Fleck's comments and Tom Herman's extension and all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college sports related, OU related. I set it out of order just to mess with you. We have a good time. Today, we'll talk about PJ Fleck. To start, we'll get to Tom Herman a little bit later, but you might have heard, if you are a college football nerd, and you'd have to be to hear about it in May when nobody cares about college football except us, that PJ Fleck said some stuff on his caravan trail that made some noise, y'all. Look, he is the head coach of the Minnesota Gophers. Minnesota Gophers ain't very good, and they're not going to be very good because they play in the same conference as Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan for starters, not to say nothing of what Iowa's doing. And I think that Scott Frost is in the midst of building a monster in Nebraska. Just give it time. Just like Novocaine always works. Look, I got a problem with what PJ Fleck said, but I need to give y'all the setup here, all right? And I want to make sure that I quote my man's PJ Fleck here is correct because Fleck tried to flex with this. I have a rule. You commit to me. You can't go see other places. Not because I'm insecure, but if you want to be committed, you're going to be committed. Too many people teach young people, to be committed, but also 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You've got to be all in. As he termed it, we have a problem in our society. We don't have a problem in our program. Well, first of all, yes, sir. PJ Fleck, you are insecure. As a matter of fact, you might as well be Issa Rae there, child, because only a child would make these kinds of comments, all right? 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Nah, that's every employer ever. Everybody can be fired, and everybody has been fired, and everybody will be fired again. This is what we call capitalism, number one. Number two, talking about what they teach their kids. No, they teach their kids to go to the best situation that fits for them. Whatever is going to help them succeed in their personal goals needs to be done. It's simple game theory. Or for those of you that are even watched A Beautiful Mind, you would understand how this works. It's you do not what's best for the group. You do not what's best for yourself. You do what is best for yourself and the group. College football is no different. Any activity involving team athletics is no different. You can't be all in on the team without having something in there for yourself that you get some personal gain out of. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's championship, sometimes it's both. And for the children for whom there are 85 on scholarship, if they want to see that a depth chart is full, and by full we mean more than 4 dudes there and it's going to be a hard time getting up there, they're going to move. I'll put it to you this way. Samaj P. Ryan told me at a Rivals camp why he chose Oklahoma over Alabama, so forth, so on. Y'all remember Samaje, dude out of Pflugerville, built like a Mack truck, hit harder than a Peterbilt. I said, Samaje, why are you picking Oklahoma instead of Alabama? And Samaje said, Oklahoma had the fewest amount of running backs. It's really that simple. It's real simple math. And for a guy like Fleck to try to come out here and hit the double biceps on us and try to rouse up the alumni, giving them tens of thousands of dollars to Minnesota Go football that sucks, let me give you this. He signed a 6-year contract extension to Western Michigan through 2020. And what did he do? He got up and got the hell up out of here and went to Minnesota. And he took 3 of his kiddos with him. They decommitted from Western Michigan. They went to Minnesota. So I guess he is correct in saying you're committed to me, which is the other way of saying not committed to the program. You're committed to what I'm doing. Right? And that makes himself bigger than the program. And for those of you that have seen John Wick, we don't really like this because this puts you above the table. And there's only one man that stands above the table, and his name ain't PJ Fleck. PJ, you need to get used to this. The transfer portal is a way of life. Decommitments are a way of life. Decommitments have been around since there have been commitments. Everybody's going to have decommitments. As you so aptly put it, 642 decommits. That's 5 or 6 per team. Yeah, it's the price of doing business. And for you, the price of doing business is getting paid millions of dollars to coach a game I've been playing since I was 4 years old. The rest of us have been playing since we were 4 years old. The coaching contracts are only matched by tuition when we're talking about college and college sports, okay? So get up off your high horse. And while you're getting up off your high horse, you know who slid right into some money? Tom Herman. Tom Herman on his king finesse right now because that man managed to get by without saying, I only was 17-10 in my first 2 years at the University of Texas. And one of those, I had to have a 10-win season to get to 17 wins, and got a 2-year contract extension. It's going to pay him north of $6.5 million through 2023. Now, I'm not mad at Tom Herman for getting his loot, because I would sure get mine. Get it how you live, kinfolk. But what I do find fantastically interesting is that at Houston, they said, we fire coaches for 8-5 seasons, and they did that noise with Major Applewhite. And at Houston, they went and got into better dude. And then at Texas, they say, nah, you go 10-4, you win a Sugar Bowl, here's a 2-year extension, dog. It doesn't matter that the 4 losses, we're not going to remind you that you got doubled up by Maryland. We're not going to remind you that you got dubbed in the Big 12 championship. We're not going to remind you that you got skull dragged by Oklahoma State, got beat down by West Virginia. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to remind you that you had to play Kansas State tight in a year where nobody needed to play Kansas State twice or tight. And we also need you to just keep being what, Tom Herman? Keep us above I guess if you had 3 straight losing seasons, yeah, you'd be excited about this. But Texas is not my team. I cover Texas. I talk about Texas. College football is a sports channel. So, but we know what time it is, right? And we're going to keep it 100 about that. And anytime I get an opportunity to drag Texas, I'm going to drag Texas. But I'm not going to drag Tom Herman in this particular instance. Because while PJ Fleck was up there trying to flex on decommitments, Tom Herman got paid. And Tom Herman's going to continue to get paid as long as he gets back in the Big 12 championship games and as long as he's able to beat a watered-down Georgia. I had a dude come in the comments of my Instagram. And I'm not even really on the gram like that. It's just what I do for fun. Like, I'm on Twitter all the time, but I'm like kind of on the gram. And I post a picture, making a joke about Tom Herman getting paid. This dude gonna come into my comments and talk about, nah, man, it's a bad take because, well, they beat Georgia. The same Georgia that beat Oklahoma. The same Georgia that beat Oklahoma? Tell me Roquan Smith, where was Roquan Smith? Where was Sonny Michel? Where was Nick Chubb when they was playing Texas? Tell me about that. Tell me how many NFL draft picks did Tom Herman help get there in 2019? How many first rounders? 0. How many second rounders? 0. How many third rounders? 0. How many fourth rounders? Goose egg. You had 2 dudes drafted, 1 the 5th, 1 the 7th. That is the legacy of Texas Longhorns football right now. And as everybody tries to say all the time, be like, nah, Texas is back. Texas is supposed to have been back since 2006, dog. Like, y'all really stomping on Vince Young right now, okay? And as much shade as you want to throw at Oklahoma, making the college football playoff, winning 4 straight Big 12 championships, tell me when Texas has done that. How many Big 12 titles has Tom Herman won? Put it there. How many Heisman Trophy candidates? Not even winners, candidates. Has your man Tom Herman put out there in December for Chris Fowler to shake their hand, tell their stories? How many number 1 overall draft picks? Tell me what Greg Ward is doing in the NFL right now. Huh? Tell me. Go ahead. Yeah, all right. Ed Oliver. He panned out. Cool. You can keep him. Who else? Anybody else? Let's go. You going to try to throw Deontay Foreman at me? Yeah, no, he didn't recruit him. Remember, y'all fond of saying that Herman didn't recruit none of these ninnies. That's what y'all fond of saying. Letting Brecken Hager go out here and lie to the people about how long he's going to keep growing his hair out. Hey, yo, Samson, y'all didn't win. Y'all never going to win. This is the Big 12. It means it belongs to Oklahoma. You play in the same conference as Lincoln Riley and the Sooners. Like, just give up. But you're the University of Texas. I want y'all to be good. I really do. I want Texas to be good. I want Oklahoma and Texas in the national championship games just so Oklahoma can drub on Texas twice in one season. Maybe 3 times in one season they end up in the Big 12 championship game and somehow end up in the college football playoff and somehow end up in the national championship game. I would love that. I would like nothing more. But in the meantime, I'm not mad at Tom Herman. I'm just mad at a bunch of Texas fans that think that they got a winner in Tom Herman and decide to pay him a 2-year extension for going 10-4 one season, 7-6 in another season. And what do you expect him to do this year? Oh, yo, everybody is expected to be good this year. You didn't know? You know everybody's undefeated right now? You didn't know that? Huh? You didn't know that everybody's got a Heisman Trophy candidate on their roster right now because it's May? Sit down. I can keep giving you the business, but we got to move on to the next segment. Doses.